I originally studied literature and French in university in Maynooth and subsequently worked in the financial area for, it was nearly up to 10 years. And I'd always been very interested in creative things, but I mainly expressed it through photography and things like that. I came from a background of my family of nurses, accountants and public service, items like that. So it wasn't an area that was open readily to me. I subsequently went travelling in Australia, ended up in a gallery helping a lady teach children art, which I hadn't a clue about, but thoroughly enjoyed it. She taught me a bit of oil painting. I helped out with exhibitions there. It was just a totally new life and I just adored it, and I knew I was absolutely in the wrong job, that I needed to make some kind of a move. I went to New Zealand and carved jade. I used to, I guess, knit and sew and do things like that when I was young. And I carved some jewellery in New Zealand and I adored it. My fingers were covered in blisters and everything after it, but I just loved it. So I came back from Australia and did a short evening course with Milo, a guy in Dublin. And he told me that I seemed to have a flair. Maybe he was just being really nice, but it encouraged me to apply for the course, a jewellery skills course in Kilkenny. And I was delighted I got on the course, and ever since then, as I was starting a bit older and everything, I just have pushed and pushed and pushed myself. The course went very well. I worked for a few years in the trade and decided I wanted to set up myself, because I was making a lot of things at night myself and had a lot of different ideas, and I thought, well, why not? You know, everybody says just do it and then you're going to find out, and if I fell on my face, at least I'd know I tried. And I'm now in my 5th year in business, and it's been far from easy from all of the things that have been happening in our economy point of view. However, it is very possible to succeed if you do your homework, if you research everything, you change your product to suit the market, you listen to your customer, you remain passionate about what you do. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, you have to sit down and say, what am I doing? What do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? And just bring yourself back in, because you can go off on a tangent sometimes with designs, things like that. But at the end of the day, it's a business. So while you want to fuel your passion and encourage your creativity, you still have to have a business mind. That can be difficult to juggle, but I'm really lucky because I worked in finance and I worked in different areas. I had a running understanding of that. I also did a degree, a postgrad in business studies. So from a marketing point of view, I have a little tiny bits and pieces of information that have served me very well in my own business. What would I say to somebody setting up? The main thing would be to research your market, have confidence in yourself, do not listen to negative people. Everybody will tell you that it's very bad out there, and are you sure you want to set up? And you have to be realistic at the same time, because you need somebody objective to look at your product, to look at you, to see whether you will succeed. The way I did it was I set up the business. A month later, I was in the RDS craft fair in Dublin, because I decided that that would be a true indication of whether my product worked or not, because the public are not always they are discerning, but they will say exactly what they think when right in front of you. And I've done that every year to test product, and it's invaluable, the information. People say everything and anything, and they don't even realise you're listening. Always listen to your customer, always double deliver. If you're working with retailers, make sure that you build up a good relationship with them. So everybody's on a good playing field and there's no confusion about delivery or anything like that. It differs very much from person to person, but for me, the main things that are very important in my business are the quality, very thoughtful and considered design, customer service, uniqueness and a strength of design. It's the day you stop designing or developing is the day you should be worried about your business. In order to reach my customer, they can come and speak to me directly about commissions like engagement rings and special gifts, and also for my collections. I have my collections then available with a few chosen retailers around the country, and I also meet up with customers at the RDS Craft Fair every year at Christmas time in Dublin, and I find it's a good way just to touch base with them, and I would have correspondence with them during the year as well.